hey, Bills fans, I know you're upset about the way that things ended in Kansas City this year. How does the NFL saying today that there were 61 penalties called for taunting this year, but 4 of them that they missed, and one of the ones that they missed was Tyreek Hill giving to Deuces to go into the end zone.
Well, we all said we.
How about that one? Now the Bills did, as we know, score again to take the lead and kind of
wipe that off.
Yeah, but that moment the league says should have been flagged. I don't think it should be flagged.
We were all
the
glad
way
it
that
wasn't.
they were calling the way when it wasn't, I was relieved when they didn't. But the way that they were calling it all year long, I was surprised that they didn't. Here was Troy Vincent, the man in charge of football ops in the NFL, what he had to say today.
Troy, you talk about the taunting rule and you talked about the statistics of the calls that were made and how many of those were bad. On the flip side, I think fans' frustration with this rule is the missed calls. I mean, we all saw Tyreek throw up the peace sign at the Bills defenders and not get called. Did y'all do the other way of we missed this many calls that should have been called for taunting?
Yes, ma'am, and Tyreek was one that was missed. So we looked at both. The Tyreek Hill play that you were talking about, that was a missed call, should have been called. And then there was a few, I remember there was a wide play in Pittsburgh that him and someone else in the Baltimore game. But it's important to acknowledge, and the video is the ultimate, that's where we all can look at it and say, this is what we want, this is what we don't want. So we understand the fans feel, but it goes back to the players know. And it just leads to bad outcomes, and the game becomes personal ball, and then that's what you don't want. We want to avoid that. So, but yes, man, we did acknowledge. We looked at everything.
By the way, I love that he's got his Walter Payton Man of the Year pin on his lapel, which is awesome. The other thing is that the problem is the NFL just shouldn't be in the business of being the judge of what's considered taunting and what isn't. Like that is, as you know, particularly fraught with problems. Certainly because, and my answer to his answer would be to just stare at him, and that, as you know, is a taunt.
You're taunting me right now.
If you're Cassius Marsh.